Hi, Tracy. I agree that it's beneficial for a potential client to find out what information they can about the counselor prior to their first session. This can help the client see if the counselor has committed any previous violations, and based on that information, they can choose whether or not they want to continue the counseling services with that person. Counselors must abide by the ACA Code of Ethics and their state rules and regulations. The problem, however, is that these regulations and laws are not always black and white. In fact, Granello and Young, in one of their chapters, mentioned that counselors use the ethical codes to guide practice, but they recognize that the codes cannot be a blueprint to practice. Adhering to the ethical codes of the profession does not negate for sound clinical judgment, professional integrity, consultation with other professionals, and ethical reasoning. Unfortunately, not all counselors have sound clinical judgment, professional integrity, and ethical reasoning. The state board that I chose to look at was the Texas State Board, and the main violations that occurred were inappropriate or dual relationships with clients, Medicaid fraud, failure to submit the required supervised agreement form prior to supervision, and criminal convictions or felonies. I agree that self care is a protective factor to help us handle the daily stresses of life. I think it's crucial for us to get into our Bible and hand our work over to God. I think a lot of burnout and impairment results from counselors trying to control and handle too much by themselves instead of recognizing what's within their control and leaving the rest up to God. We can't save people, but we can be of assistance and lend a hand. And I think that people who try to control everything and don't know how to rest or ask for help have some sort of need for control over their own life, but this is indestructible to them. People can't do things without help, and God offers us that rest and that peace and to hand over our burdens to Him. Like anything in life, when people devote a lot of time to something and don't include God, they tend to idolize that thing, and what people invest their time in is what rules their hearts. So, thank you for listening.